Hello and welcome to Knowledgist. Hope all of you doing well. So let's begin our most awaited session, RBI Circular Gist, February 2022 with MCQs, top MCQs. As many exams are ahead, it is going to be one of the crucial sessions for your exam point of view. Before that, I just want to say all of you a great thank you because of heavy download of our most popular book RBI Circular Gist 2021. Also after that we have uploaded the January and February month entire RBI Circular Gist, but the way you have shown love to the entire 1 year book is incredible. By 23rd of February we got more than 5,000 downloads. So let's begin with this session without further delay. In case any one of you is new to this platform, then don't forget to subscribe and like this session. Okay, so let's begin. Yes, this is RBI Circular Gist February 2022, and I also want to announce that we have launched a Bankers Guild program for newcomers or beginners, those who want to pursue a career in government banks. And since 3 days of its launch, we have got more than 100 registrations. So let's begin. The course outline is there. You can check it out, and the first slide or the first point of the month is on your screens. Operational instructions for CDS. What is CDS? What is CDS? CDS is nothing but credit default swap. I will analyze what is credit default swap, but let's see first 4 points that Reserve Bank of India has told regarding CDS. ठीक है, सेशन मोस्टली सिंपल इंग्लिश में रहने वाला है. जहां पर आपको दिक्कत होगा, यू प्लीज सेंड मी योर कमेंट्स. आपका डाउट मुझे सेंड करिए, मैं तुरंत उसको हिंदी में बताऊंगा. ठीक है, विल मेक इट एज सिंपल एज पॉसिबल. So yes, please like this presentation. We are working hard to present you the facts that are important for your exams. At least we deserve a like or a thumbs up from your side. Okay, so the RBI has issued an operational instruction or regarding transactions in credit default swap by FPIs, that is foreign portfolio investors. Now FPIs are eligible to be categorized as non-retail users and now allowed to buy and sell CDS protection. So what is CDS? CDS is nothing but an insurance when someone takes a big debt, big loan. CDS कुछ नहीं है, एक इंश्योरेंस स्कीम की तरह है. जब कोई लोन लेता है बैंक के हिसाब से एक रिस्क आ जाता है कि क्रेडिट रिस्क, शायद वो पैसा वापस करेगा या फिर वापस नहीं करेगा. तो जब आपने क्रेडिट डिफॉल्ट स्वैप यानी कि किसी को क्रेडिट देने के बाद अगर आप वो पोर्टफोलियो किसी थर्ड पार्टी किसी इंश्योरेंस कंपनी को सेल करते हैं और इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ये गारंटी देता है कि जो लोन लिया है अगर वो डिफॉल्ट करता है तो पैसा मैं भरूंगा, तो उसको कहते हैं क्रेडिट डिफॉल्ट स्वैप. CDS is nothing but one type of insurance scheme. When someone takes a loan from a bank, one risk comes into picture that is called credit risk. In other words, it is also called counterparty risk. So whenever you give a loan, the credit risk arises. So what you can do to mitigate the credit risk? You can purchase a credit default swap. The one who provides you the credit default swap sells, or the buyer of the credit default swap tells you essentially that in case the person who has taken a loan defaults, the company or the buyer of the CDS will pay the bank the amount of default. So this is nothing but credit default swap. इसका डिटेल एनालिसिस यहाँ पे सामने आपके स्क्रीन के ऊपर है. यू कैन चेक इट आउट. व्हाट इज क्रेडिट डिफॉल्ट स्वैप? यू कैन इजीली चेक इट आउट, राइट? Credit default swap is a financial swap agreement that the seller of the CDS will compensate the buyer in the event of a debt default or other credit event. Credit event means other in case of any credit related loss or credit related default. Okay, that is the seller of the CDS insures the buyer against some reference asset defaulting. The buyer of the CDS makes a series of payment which is called fee or spread to the seller, and in exchange may expect to receive payoff if the asset is defaulted. Is it understood now? Is it understood now? Credit default swap क्या है? Credit default swap क्या है? आपने एक लोन दिया और आपको लगता है कि लोन का पैसा वापस नहीं आएगा, तो आप क्या करेंगे, क्रेडिट डिफॉल्ट स्वैप बाय करेंगे जो गारंटी दे सकता है। ठीक है, बैंक के हिसाब से बैंक बनता है यहाँ पे बायर, इंश्योरेंस कंपनी बनेगा सेलर। इंश्योरेंस कंपनी क्रेडिट डिफॉल्ट स्वैप को आपके साथ सेल करेगा, उसके बदले उसको फी पेमेंट मिलेगा या फिर वो कमीशन या फिर स्प्रेड इनकम करेगा। तो जो सेलर होता है क्रेडिट डिफॉल्ट स्वैप का, वो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी होता है या फिर एक गारंटर होता है जो बैंक को ये गारंटी देता है कि इन केस ऑफ डिफॉल्ट you will get this amount covered or this amount refunded by that insurer, right? Can I move to the next slide now? No, we have not discussed about the points. So now FPIs are allowed to issue CDS. They can buy or they can sell CDS protection. The aggregate limit for the notional amount of CDS sold by FPIs shall be 5%. Okay, shall be 5% of the outstanding stock of operated bonds. FPIs shall not sell any CDS protection once the aggregate limit is utilized. These directions shall come into effect from May 9, 2022. Okay, FPIs shall not sell any CDS protection against limit utilized. The limit utilized for CDS protection sold by the FPIs shall be released upon the exit of the CDS position by the FPIs. CCIL, Clearing Corporation of India Limited, shall disseminate the utilization of aggregate limit based on the reporting by the market makers for the transaction in over-the-counter market and reporting by stock exchange for the transaction of exchange. Clear now? Is it clear to all of you now? Is it clear? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Can I move ahead? Can I move ahead now? First point is clear. CDS. What is CDS? I have made you understood. Now FPIs are allowed to invest in CDS. They will be treated as non-retail users. They can both buy and sell. FPIs shall not sell more than 5% of the outstanding stock of the corporate bonds. Okay. So, and who is responsible for disseminating the data of how much FPIs are selling or buying CDS is no one but CCIL, Clearing Corporation of India Limited. Now it is clear. Let's move to the next slide. Here we are talking about VRR cap for foreign investors, which is now capped at 2.5 lakh crore, and from this graph you can find out that it was earlier 1.5 lakh crore and now it is 2.5 lakh crore. So what is VRR? And can anyone tell me what is VRR? Can anyone tell me what is VRR? Can anyone tell me what is VRR? I also I'm going to define it in the next slide, but I expect you to tell me what is VRR. Is there anyone who can tell me what is the full form of BRR? BRR. Those who are joined late and not liked this presentation, I will request you to like it in case you find this session is going to be useful for your upcoming exams. Maybe direct questions are sometimes not asked, but RBI circular constitutes maximum direct and indirect questions. The things that are discussed are very much important for your bank point of view. Voluntary retention route or VRR is introduced to encourage foreign portfolio investors to undertake long-term investments in Indian debt markets. In simple terms, this scheme aims to draw in foreign investors who are willing to commit keeping money in India for a minimum period. Okay. See, why the market is volatile nowadays? Because more foreign direct investments, FPIs, sell the stocks in Indian market when they find it volatile. So whenever they want to gain money, if they will come to us, they will come to Indian market, and whenever they get profit, they will exit. Then what will happen? Share markets will crash. Retail investors, those who are investing heavily nowadays in stock market, will be penalized, or their hard-earned money will be lost because heavy selling by the FPIs or foreign institutional investors. So that's why there is a minimum period they have maintained. SEBI has a route where there should be a minimum period they should stay invested for a minimum period of time in Indian debt market, or in other cases in Indian stock markets too. So the voluntary retention route, here we are talking about the minimum time limit for which they should remain invested in Indian debt market or bond market. If they are allowed to use Indian market at their own will, then Indian market may fail at their convenience. So just to check that one, there is a voluntary retention route where you can invest, but you have to stay invested for a certain period of time. Is it clear? Is it clear to all of you now? Is it clear? So limits set by RBI. So under voluntary retention route, the cap for foreign portfolio investors will now stands enhanced to rupees 2.5 lakh crore. Okay, earlier it was 1.5, now it is enhanced to 2.5 lakh crore. Okay, so when was the BRR introduced? It was introduced in March 2019 by the RBI as a separate channel to enable FPIs to invest in India's debt market in India when Indian rupee was depreciating against USD. Benefits for the market: the FPI's investment under BRR scheme would help FPI invest in the corporate bond, corporate debt or bond, and high yield segment along with government securities. Okay, so and this should provide a benefit for corporate looking to debt funding of beneficial at the margin of a long-term investment capacity of expansion. However, flows would depend upon the global monetary and liquidity cycle too. So if someone invests for a long term in a particular debt or particular bond of a corporate or government, then they are all set to get higher interest rate in return. So that's why it is a win-win situation for both. Clear? Is it clear now? Okay, now let's move to the next slide, which says specified NBFCs to implement core financial services solution. In last RBI circular gist, we have discussed about 3 layers of NBFC. On based on that, now NBFCs will be regulated according to their layers. So now there is something new introduced for NBFC regulations in India. So now what it says, that the middle and upper layer with 10 or more fixed point service delivery units has to implement core financial service solutions, and it should be implemented on or before 30th September 2025. And however, NBFC upper layer shall ensure that the CFSS core financial services solutions implemented at least 70% of the fixed point service delivery units on or before 30th September 2024. So fixed point service delivery is a parameter on basis on which the service delivery is measured. Clear? Yes. So now NBFC base layer and NBFC middle and upper layers with fewer than 10 fixed point service delivery units also need to implement this, and it is not mandatory. However, they may consider implementation of a core financial service solution for their own benefit. Okay, and points to be remembered as per the circular issued under section 45L or 45M of Reserve Bank of India Act. Okay, so this is, so you know that under section 45, Reserve Bank of India is authorized to regulate NBFCs in India. Okay, scale based regulation or SBR, a revised regulatory framework for NBFCs in terms of which NBFCs with 10 and more branches are mandated to adopt core banking solution. Clear? NBFC middle layer and NBFC upper layer with 10 and more fixed points as on October 1st 2022 shall be mandatorily required to implement CFSS, that is called core financial service solution, akin to the core banking solution adopted by banks. So CFSS is nothing but one type of CBS. CBS is in banks and CFSS is in NBFCs, right? Yes, many of our banking experts are there answering your live comments in comment section. Please be aware, or please be informed with the solutions provided by our banking experts in live section. As I am taking class, many of our banking mentors are there behind the screen working for you and answering your live comments there. Okay. So yes, let's go to the regulatory structure of NBFC. So what we are discussing about the layers of NBFC. Now I will be taking to you the full screen mode where I will be discussing about the regulatory structure for NBFCs. NBFCs in the lowest layer will be known as NBFC base layer, while those in middle and layer and upper layer will be known as NBFC ML, NBFC upper layer respectively. So what is base layer? It will comprises of non-deposit taking NBFCs below the asset size of 1000 crore. You know that every time we discuss about NBFCs, they are divided into two parts: deposit taking, non-deposit taking. Even deposit taking ones can take only time deposits. They are not allowed to take demand deposits. Only they can take fixed deposits from consumers, right? And regulations are also related to their mode of deposits. Either they are taking deposits or not taking deposits. NBFC is undertaking the following activities called NBFC peer-to-peer lending platform, P2P direct. What is peer-to-peer lending? There will be no third party. Okay, I have surplus money, I want to invest it or I want to give loan to someone else, and the other one will also those who are looking for money, they will not take money from the NBFC, they will be taking money from me through that NBFC. It is peer-to-peer lending or customer-to-customer direct lending. Okay, NBFC account aggregators, non-operative financial holding companies, NOFHC, those who are the holding company or the parent company of the NBFC or the banks. NBFCs not availing public funds and not having any customer interface. All of them will be covered under base layer. Okay, and asset size below 1000 crore in case of non-deposit taking NBFCs. Middle layer, all deposit taking NBFCs as irrespective of asset size, non-deposit taking NBFCs with asset size of 1000 crore. NBFCs undertaking the following activities called standalone primary dealers, infrastructure debt fund, non-banking financial companies, CIC NBFCs, that means core investment companies, housing finance companies and infrastructure finance companies. Okay, whenever they ask you the abbreviation of CIC NBFC, remember it is core investment company. IDF stands for infrastructure debt fund. Okay, so then the upper layer shall comprise of those NBFCs which are specifically identified by RBI as warranting enhanced regulatory requirement based on the set of parameters and scoring methodology. The top 10 eligible NBFCs in terms of their asset size shall always stay in the upper layer. Clear? So top 10 will be the upper layer, and based on their asset size and their business pattern, they will be divided into base and middle layer. Now clear? Now it is clear to all of you. Also we have MCQs to follow, and in second schedule of Reserve Bank of India Act, here comes the Sikkim State Cooperative Bank. What are the means or the benefits of being a scheduled commercial bank? They are listed in the second schedule of RBI Act. They are paid up capital rupees 5 lakhs or more as per the RBI Act. Okay, released in 1934. Now the requirements have gone up, but it has not changed. The regulation norms has not changed. They maintain a cash reserve ratio with RBI. They are authorized to borrow fund from Reserve Bank of India through MSF and liquidity adjustment facility. They are comparatively more financially stable. Clear? Now RBI extends the Udyog Aadhaar validity for MSMEs. Now have time limit till March end to move to Udyam portal. What is Udyam portal? What is Udyam portal? Udyam portal, like you individuals have Aadhaar cards, MSMEs are required to take additional Aadhaar card in the name of their MSME, like the company PAN card is of individual and companies can have their own PAN card. Similarly, you individuals can have an Aadhaar card and MSMEs can also have Udyog Aadhaar card, which is in other words known as Udyog Aadhaar Memorandum UAM system. Another 3-month extension is now given. Okay, so it is also told as EM2 Entrepreneur Memorandum 2 and UM were replaced by Udyam registration in July 2020 following the revised definition of MSME by the government. Among the existing benefits offered by MSMEs for Udyam registration was freedom for renewal of registration. Multiple activities including manufacturing and service could be added in one registration. Earlier, MSMEs related to service sector has to take additional Udyam card. Okay, and those who are authorized to only work in service or separately in manufacturing sector, they have to take or they have to get additional certification. But here you can combine both of them into one. Okay, so multiple activities like manufacturing or services could be combined. MSMEs could register themselves on government e-marketplace GEM where tenders are being allocated. Think about tender, think about GM, that is government e-marketplace, and also simultaneously on board in trades platform. Trades platform full form, please give me. I have discussed it in previous 1 or 2 RBI circular gist classes, so I expect you to tell me what is trades, full form of trades. And under credit guarantee scheme, public provident fund policy, etc. Is it clear now? Is it clear? And the registration link is udyamregistration.gov.in. I have seen this question being asked about PSB 99 minute the scheme, loan in 99 minute, PSB 99 minute, what was the URL of that? So they may ask you URL too, so just have a look. We only cover things that are being asked previously in exams. We and all our mentors look closely and do a huge research on question pattern every time, and many of them are the real question makers for many exams for years. So that's why we only tell you things that are relevant for your exam point of view, for creating knowledge, for creating awareness and being a perfect banker. Yes, so let's move to the next class. Some clarifications regarding prudential norms of income recognition and asset classification provisioning pertaining to advances. So that this is nothing but things related to NPA resolution. Let me take you to the full screen mode so that you can find all the things that are relevant for your exam point of view. Take a screenshot if necessary. The definition of out of order. What is the difference between NPA and out of order? What is out of order? When a CC account remains out of order, for how many days it will be classified as an NPA? You have to tell me. We have discussed it in our NPA resolution session. Okay, so yes, so the definition of out of order is clarified in the circular shall be applicable to all loan products being offered as an overdraft facility, including those not meant for business purposes and or which entail interest payments as the only credits, right? So it will be now the out of order for any loan where there is an overdraft facility. Previously, 90 days period is determined for out of order status in a CC OD account shall be inclusive of the day of which the day end process is being run. So from the date when there was no last interest payment is made, from that EOD to 90 days, if no interest payment is being made, interest or principal payment is not being made, that account will go to out of order or will be treated as out of order. In case of borrowers having more than one credit facility from one lending institutions, loan accounts shall be upgraded from NPA to standard asset category only upon repayment of entire arrears of interest and principals pertaining to all the credit facilities. If someone is having one or more loans, more than one loans from one account or more than one advances from one bank, then as long as all the dues are not recovered, it will stay under substandard asset. It will not be treated as standard asset. In case any of the loan due in any of the loan is still not recovered. Loan accounts classified as NPA may be upgraded as standard asset only if the entire arrear of interest and principal are paid by the borrower. So what I took a separate class of loan evergreening. Only by taking the interest, many people were what they were doing, the banks were upgrading them to NPA just to avoid additional provisioning, right? So it is now Reserve Bank of India is now stricter to stop loan evergreening. NBFCs shall have, or you call it window dressing. NBFCs shall have time till September 30, 2022 to put place in all necessary system to implement all these provisions. The guidelines doesn't make any changes to the requirements related to CRILC or CRILC, which will continue to be governed in terms of extant instructions for respective entities. In case you have doubts on any of the following terms or asset classifications or IRAC norms, please go to the application. Those who are enrolled, please find out the revised IRAC norm session taken by me. I have cleared everything related to IRAC and NPA norms in very simple manner with required slide. Okay, because due to time constraint, I may not cover everything at one class. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. What is CRILC? Can anyone tell me what is CRILC? The 9 p.m. class, let me extend the 9 p.m. class for a few minutes. Just a second. Just a second, guys. By the time, please subscribe if you have not subscribed us yet. Okay. Yes. So what is CRILC? RBI has set up a central repository for information on large credits to collect or to store, disseminate credit data to lenders. It is for taking, it is one-stop solution or one-stop place or one registry where all large credit informations are registered or derived, right? So to collect, store or disseminate the credit data for lenders. Hence, banks have to furnish all credit informations when they give a loan above rupees 5 crore. So what is large credit? Any loan exposure, any loan or advance above 5 crore is treated as large credit, and one registry to register all the large credit is CRILC. Okay. So it is started in the June 2014. Similarly, banks will be required to report, among others, the SMA status of the borrower to the CRILC. Also, the special mentioned account. What is SMA? You know, in NPA, before NPA, it comes to SMA 0, SMA 1, SMA 2. So all that SMA data regarding large credit is also given or is also fed into CRILC platform. The banks, including urban cooperative banks, from January 2020 need to submit the data on large exposures within 30 days from the end of the quarter through XBRL reporting platform of RBI. Can anyone tell me what is XBRL platform? What is XBRL platform? What is the full form of XBRL platform? XBRL platform, I want it from all of you. Okay, so by the time you answer me, let me move to the next slide. Yes. So this is how we give you all the information related to RBI circular. So maybe they may not be asking you about this very update about CRILC, but they may ask you what is the full form of CRILC, what is the limit of large credit, what do you mean by large credit, what should be the minimum amount. So RBI circular is not always about the recent update. It is always about the static banking or the professional banking concept behind each circular or each notification. That is why why I tell you that your maximum question come from RBI circular indirectly. You may not be noticing, but they ask you questions related to the developments of RBI circular. And remember, in one full year, they give you update about every single thing or every single banking activity. Sooner or later, within 1 year, they will give you an update. The recent updates, or if there is a certain change, they will also discuss things related to that thing related to that update, and we also cover it very extensively. Clear? Yes, our experts have answered you. Please be informed in live chat. It is extensible business reporting language, XBRL. That is how we perform or we work inside Knowledgist. We simplify everything that is important for your exam point of view. We don't leave anything behind. Okay, so now RBI reviews the rupee interest rate derivatives directions. The Reserve Bank of India has allowed the bank in India having authorized dealer category AD. Who is an AD? Authorized dealer category 1. We have discussed it in forex class, but AD is one. The bank who has a AD status can deal with foreign transactions, and others, Nbfcs, those who are allowed to deal with forex, can be told as primary dealers, right? PDs. Is it clear now? So yes, so the AD license under FEMA 1999. AD category banks are licensed under FEMA 1919 to offer foreign currency settled overnight indexed swap to improve price discovery and deepen the interest rate derivatives market. Market makers having the categorization of AD1 licensed under FEMA may offer FCS OIC contract to non-residents other than individuals. Such market makers may also undertake transaction in FCS OIS contracts among themselves. Okay, so rest you read it from, nothing is more important. I don't find it here. Please, once you download the RBI circular gist from PDF, you can stay informed. We'll go ahead with a faster pace. Okay, so yes, so non-residents may also undertake FCS OIS transactions with the market makers having AD category 1 license. An overnight index swap is an interest rate swap agreement where a fixed rate is swapped against a predetermined published index of a daily overnight reference rate, for example Sonia or UOINIA, for an agreed period, right? So what is the benefit of this swap, interest rate swap? Like someone has entered into a contract of fixed interest rate, and after sometimes he feels that as he has taken a loan under 9% under fixed rate, and in his entire 20 years of loan tenure he has to pay 9%, and he feels at some point of time that in future the interest rate may go down from 9% to 2% or 3%. So here he has going to lose. So what he will do, he will make a interest rate swap where he will enter into an agreement with some third party, where he has to pay only as a interest rate as per a benchmark, which is a floating rate of interest, and for that, from changing from fixed rate to floating rate, he has to pay a certain fee. So if the interest rate rises, or the interest rate increased in future, then he has to pay a higher amount. If it is decreased, this person will get benefit out of the swap. Okay, and the risk is all for the seller of the interest rate swap. The risk is now transferred to the swap seller. Okay, yes. Now we'll talk about Regulation Review Authority RRA that has recommended for scrapping 100 additional circulars. What is RRA? Can anyone tell me? Authorities which are set up by April 2021 and are objective to reduce the compliance burden of regulated entities. Regulated entities are here the banks. Okay, RRIs are recommended to withdraw additional 150 circulars. They have removed 150 circulars in 2021, now additional 100. So this is to ease the regulation of Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so what is RRA? It is constituted, which was set up by the central bank in May 2021 to streamline the regulation and to reduce the compliance burden. The advisory group has headed by SBI Managing Director S. Janakiraman. The other 6 members are in the advisory group. The group will assist RRA 2.0 by identifying regulations, guidelines and returns that can be rationalized and submit reports periodically to RRA containing the recommendations of suggestions. You know that banks in India has to file many returns to Reserve Bank of India. So to streamline that process, to lower that burden, RRA 2.0 has introduced, and since its inception 250 unused circulars has been scrapped. Okay, they have removed. Now time to move to MCQs. In case you have not yet subscribed, you can subscribe now. The book of 1 year is now available. Please check it out in your description link. So yes, what is the first question which is under your screen, on your screens? The RBI has allowed the bank in India having AD category 1 license under FEMA 1999 to offer FCS OIS to improve price discovery and defend the interest rate derivatives market. What is the full form of FCS OIS? So you know that nowadays, before making a simple question, they make you read so many things just to understand the context on which the abbreviation is given. So please answer me, what is the full form of FCS OIS? Foreign country settled overnight indexed swap, foreign currency settlement overnight indexed swap, foreign currency settled overnight indexed swaps. I need your answers, please. Yeah, Prashant is answering C, B, B. All registered students will get the PDF after the class is over. After 5-10 minutes, I will be giving you, just making some necessary changes. Okay. So yes, many people have started answering. Let's see what is the right answer over here. Right answer is option number C, foreign currency settled overnight indexed swap. Clear? Is it clear now? Can I move to the next question? Can I move to the next question? See, we discussed about it. This is a recent update, but knowing the full form of FCS OIS is not a current banking issue. It is a static or professional banking issue. So that's why I recommend going through the RBI circular gist, just to enhance your presence of mind, and it will also highlight what is important for banks and what is important for RBI and banks is always important for the question maker. So RBI enhanced the VRR cap for foreign investors from rupees dash lakh crore to dash lakh crores. Yeah, your answers please. Your answers please. Your answers please. In case you are not subscribed, kindly subscribe, and only subscribers can answer us here. Yes. And don't forget to like the stream, because no one else in India discusses in free sessions so much of intense banking. Yes, so many of you are right, but those who are telling A is incorrect. Trigo Tutorials C is right, Pariksit is right. So I'm happy those who have answered it as C. We have recently discussed from 1 point. I have given you the graph also from 1.5 to 2.5 lakh crore. Yes, so here it is on your screens. Nbfc UL or upper limit, upper layer shall ensure that the CFSS is implemented at least 70% of fixed point service delivery units. So what is the full form of CFSS? Core Finance Security Solution, Core Financial Solution Server, core financial services sector, core financial services solution. All of you should participate. Yes, I need all your participation. No, Dhyan Chand, it is not written 1 crore. You are saying slide it is written 1 crore. It is written enhanced by 1 crore. So that means from 1.5 to 2.5. It is enhanced. Please understand the languages being used. It is only for your benefit we are using that language, because the exam question maker will also ask in tricky language. From the MCQs that we have provided, many of you are sending us your doubts, maybe our questions are wrong, and in 95% cases we are telling you the question is right, but it is all about concepts. Sometimes confusing question making is to test your understanding. It is concept. Knowledgist is all about concepts. It is not easy banking, and we deal with concepts. Okay, so your answers are right. Many of you are right. I'm very happy. It is D, core financial services solution. Many thanks to Kartikeya Sharma, Chetan and Parikshit. Yeah, it is D, core financial services solution. The middle layer of NBFC shall consist of all deposit taking NBFCs. Okay, so for non-deposit taking NBFCs, what should be its asset size? 100 crore, 500 crore, 1000 crore or 10,000 crore. In middle layer, for a non-deposit taking NBFCs to feature, what should be the asset size? What should be the asset size? Is it 1000, 100, 10,000? If you remember, there is nothing called 500 crore we have discussed in today's session. Yes, very good, Oindrela Dev, your answer is almost correct. I will be just telling you Sandesh Patil is right, Chetan More, all of you are right today. All of you are right in this session. It is C, 1000 crore. Let's move to the next question. The top 10 eligible NBFCs in terms of their asset size shall always reside in which layer? The top 10 NBFCs will stay in which layer? It's damn easy. It's damn easy. Many people have joined late. Don't forget to subscribe and like the stream. And whatever you missed, just watch it from beginning so that you can understand all the concepts. And all the RBI circular gist classes are available free in your channel. Don't forget to go through all the sessions. And if you want serious banking preparation, then you can join a valid course. And we are here to make you selected. Your achievements are our success, and we are here to contribute 80% plus results in any single exam. Yes, very good. Upper layer is the right answer. We will not discuss about the solutions because it is upper layer and all of you are right. So we have discussed it in last MCQ also, in last month MCQ also. What is the benefit of being in scheduled commercial bank? It is all of the above, so it is no need to discuss it again. It is all of the above, all are correct. It can maintain cash reserve ratio, authorized to borrow funds from RBI, and they are more financially stable. So RBI directs the inclusion of Sikkim Cooperative Bank in the second schedule of RBI Act. In which section or subsection of the RBI Act empowers the RBI to do so? Can you tell me? We always talk about second schedule, but which section of RBI Act empowers RBI to put someone under second schedule or to remove someone from second schedule? This question no one has discussed. I have seen many classes of banking, so all of them tell about in which schedule, second schedule, third schedule, such type of question they ask. There is no third schedule. So just in case of for the virtue of making questions, they make it. But this is one real question for real bankers, and we are here for doing so. Yes, many people are saying C. Let's see what is the right answer. B is the right answer. Also, some of you have told B. Section 24, subsection 6. Okay, section 24, subsection 6. Right? Not Dibu, it's not 45, it's B. Sorry, section 42 and subsection 6. Section 42, subsection 6. Right? It is option number B. 42 6, 42 6 in bracket. Okay, whenever something is in bracket, it is called subsection. Remember it. MSME registration under Udyog Aadhaar Memorandum UAM. They may ask you the full form of UAM or what M stands in UAM. So for how many days or till what is the extension? Till which date it is extended? March 31st, July 31st, December 31st, May 31st, 2022. Your answers please. It's a damn easy question. Joining late, please give a like button. By pressing like, you can impress us for creating, or you can motivate us creating more beneficial videos for you. We are looking forward for your support. And we are the only platform in India to deal with professional banking classes. Only platform. We are proud to say so. We are the only platform in India which is completely dedicated on professional banking teaching. And we are the only platform to have the access, to have the prestige of conducting internal promotional classes even for the aspirants of AGM category who wants to get promoted to GM or scale 5 to scale 6. So this is only because of you people have kept loving and supporting us, and the date extended is till 31st March 2022, a month ahead. Okay, so banks have to furnish credit information to credit. So what is the large credit after which amount of loans or advances it will be treated as a large credit? Which one is a large credit? We talk about credit. So tell me, what should be the fund based or non-fund based exposure? Aggregate fund based and non-fund based exposure exceeds the limit 5 crore, 7 crore, 50, 10. Then we will treat it as a non-fund based facility. Yes, not D. It is 5 crore. We have just discussed 5 crore, right? Yes, it is 5 crore. Very intense questions. So please be informed. Yes, the Reserve Bank of India Regulations Review Authority RRA 2.0, which we discussed in theory, so has constituted a 6-member advisory group headed by whom? S. Janaki Raman, MD Patra, Rajeshwar Rao, Srinivas Raghavan. Who has headed RRA 2.0? Thank you, all of you are right in the previous attempt, so you got a thumbs up from our banking experts behind the screens. I did your answers. Many people are saying C, so I'm very happy for that. You people are heading at the right direction. That is the spirit. That is the spirit of Knowledgist students. All of you will crack it. So yes, it is S. Janaki Raman. We have discussed it rigorously in the theory sessions. So that's the end of the informative session on banking circular gist, RBI circular gist of the month, for the month of February 2022. And here are the course options. Join to grab success. And any student who has joined us, 80% of them has cracked in their first attempt after joining us, and rest 20 has got it in their second attempt. And I don't have any student who was still preparing, or maybe one or two, barring one or two, there are, all of them has got qualified. None of my students are coming to me for second attempt or for third attempt. Second attempt 20% are coming, but we are proud that we don't make the success delayed. We are very happy that success is delivered easily, and this is our top result for which we are proud in India. SBI CBO 1500 plus selections in 2021, PNBSO in 2021 we have 115 selections, and in that specific segment of credit and risk only 230 people got selected. BOM 40 plus selections out of 110. Canara Bank SO 20 selections, as there are very less number of posts. Union Bank 150 selections out of 250 or 300 selections. RRB scale 2 scale 3 450 written selections and 78 in scale 3. And we are not calculating the ones who are registered with us in test series and who were with us in YouTube. So thank you for being with Knowledgist. Thank you for being with us. Join our Telegram channels. Link provided in description. And once again, I want to say all of you a big thank you for being with us. This is our social media links. Here is the LinkedIn link is missing. Just search Knowledgist in LinkedIn. 14,000 around people are there in LinkedIn and making a great story there. So thank you once again for being with us. The book downloadable book of RBI circular gist is there in our in the links. Please find it out and don't forget to subscribe us. Thanking you once again for being with us. Thank you for your love, support.